Hello fellow RuneScapers, welcome to this tutorial about the basics of Castle Wars. This will be a series of tutorials which will go into advanced techniques in Castle Wars. Castle Wars is an old iconic minigame in RuneScape. It is well known in the community and right now you can play it for free, which will be the main aim of this series. There are various clans within this minigame that play against each other or together, and you can join our clan, which is Castle War Unity, but you have to prove your skills. Anyway, the aim of this minigame is to take your opponent's flag from their base and capture it in your own base. The team with the higher scores wins, and the reward for this minigame is Castle Wars tickets. You can get 1 ticket if you lose or you draw, 2 tickets if you win or you draw 0-0, and 3 tickets if you win without letting your opponent scoring. You can buy various items from Lanthus using these tickets. For example, the most common one is the decorative boots, the yellowish ones. They're 400 tickets and they're the best in slot for free-to-play players, and they give +1 strength bonus. It's advised also to bring Castle Wars bracelets. They help you within the minigame. They allow you to heal 50% more bandages and 20% more damage on the person that has the flag. And you only have to wear them the moment that the game starts, and then you can take them off. Here you have 3 portals. This is the Saradomin portal, the blue team, the Zamorak portal, the red team, and this is Guthix portal, which puts you in either Saradomin or Zamorak. Depends on the level, so it puts you in the weaker team. You cannot wear helmet or cape, because within the minigame you're gonna wear your own team's color for helmet and cape. You cannot bring your own food, potions, coins, or non-combat items, but there's an exception, which is empty vials or a tinderbox, but once you leave the minigame you lose your tinderbox, so choose wisely. And to start this minigame you have to enter one of those portals. Sometimes when you enter these portals you turn into imp, sheep, or a rabbit, and that depends on what you're wearing. So if you're wearing anything besides the god that you're entering, like items wise, then you turn to something. So if you enter Saradomin with something like Guthix or Zamorak, like this one, you will turn to a rabbit. And if you enter Guthix with the same thing, like wearing Saradomin or Zamorak, you will turn to a sheep. And if you're wearing a Saradomin item or Guthix and you enter Zamorak portal, then you turn to an imp. And this is a good way to know which portal that the person entered with if they turn to like an animal. So when you enter, you can just enter either team. Up top you will see an interface saying waiting for players to join the other team if the game is not running and if there's no one in the other team. However, when someone joins the other team, the timer will start. If you're in Team Word, it takes 5 minutes to start. It says time until next game starts in 2 minutes in here because I'm not in a Team Word. Alright, this is the spawn for Saradomin. You can find different parts in here. This is a safe area you can't be attacked in, and your opponent Saradomin can't enter this area. To exit this area you have 4 exits. This one, this one, this one, and this one to completely leave the minigame so you don't play. For the interface, you can find a bunch of useful things in here. That's the interface. You see next to Saradomin flag that it's safe, which means it's nobody has the flag, it's not being held, it's not dropped. The other options you can have is dropped, which is orange, or taken, which is red. And same thing for Zamorak. These are the scores: Saradomin 0, Zamorak 0. And that's the time you have to leave the waiting area or the spawn area before you get kicked out. So if you leave and come back, it just goes back to normal, which says you have 2 minutes to leave the respawn room. And when it's red, that means you have less than a minute to leave. Here, this is the big door. That's the health of the big door because opponents can attack it and break it. This is locked, which means the small doors over here, these small doors are locked. Collapsed and collapsed. That means the rocks underground are collapsed or cleared. That's a good example. And operational, which is the catapult in here, is operational. It was not destroyed by the opponents. Here you can find Case Alta, which heals your prayer according to your prayer. And here you can find bandages, which heals your hit points 10% every time you heat it, and it heals your running energy 30%. And this is a tinderbox. Oh, by the way, you can take 1 or 5. And if you wear Castle Wars bracelet, it will heal you 15% instead of 10%. And here you can find Castle Wars brew, which you can drink to increase your combat stats. These ones. This is the supplies area. You can get another brew in here. You can get rocks in here to use within the catapult. You can take bronze pickaxes and wield them. You can take explosives. You can take ropes, climbing rope. And in here you can take some toolkit, which helps you to fix stuff. And here you can take some barricades. From here you can take a bucket and use the bucket in here tab to fill it with water, and you can take it in their box from here. The first thing is the catapult. If you have a rock in your inventory, you can control where the catapult will be. So you can move the X according to the place on the map and just fire the catapult. Should hit here. Yep. And if a person was passing by around this area, they'll get damaged. And you can use the toolkit for fixing the door once it's attacked or broken. And you can fix the catapult once it's broken down also. For the climbing ropes, you can use them on any object in here. Those battlements, there are a bunch of them on the sides, all around the area, on that edge. You can just use them on any battlement in here, and then it will spawn a climbing rope which you can climb. It's useful to get to the opponent's territory. And one of the most important things is barricades in this minigame. You can take barricades from here, any amount you want, but your team can only use 10 barricades. Your whole team has only access to 10 barricades. To set up the barricades, you can just press on the barricade and set it up, and it will be under you. You can't move through them, but you have to move around them. So I can't go like this or that and here. I have to press manually to move around them. To destroy barricades, you can either attack the barricades and wait till they die, but this is the slowest method to kill a barricade. The second method to kill a barricade is to use a tinderbox on the barricade. It takes around 5 seconds to burn the barricade and you can pass through it then. The third method to kill a barricade is to use an explosive potion on the barricade. There's another way to kill it, which is right-clicking the barricade and pressing burn. This way it will use the explosive potion in your inventory or your tinderbox. Priority goes to explosive potions, but if you don't have explosive potions, it will go to the tinderbox. A useful tip in here is to go to your settings and press here, then NPC attack options, you change it to hidden. So when you spawn a barricade or when you see a barricade, you can just one-click it. There's no attack. However, for the game mechanics, it's way faster if you use explosives or tinderbox on the barricade. And to show you the difference, check out the speed. When you use explosive, it instantly removes the barricade if you're like 2 steps away or 3. However, when you press the barricade, you move and then you remove it. So it takes 1 tick more, 0.6 seconds. It's still fairly fast, but not fast enough for pro level. When there's a burning barricade, you can use a bucket of water on it to stop the barricade from burning, and then using explosive or reburn it, up to you. For example, the barricade is burning. I can use a bucket of water on this barricade and stop it from burning. And then I can use my explosive and remove the barricade. When there's a burning barricade, you can't use explosive on it. it will do nothing. And you can't use a tinderbox also. You have to use a bucket of water. Another important thing is that you cannot drop explosives. If you drop them, you get a damage, and it takes a while that you can't move in. You get 15 damage. So the best way to get rid of explosives is to set up a barricade, use an explosive potion, use it on the barricade. And dropping explosives is used as a suicide method. You get low hit points. You have to be below 15% of your hit points to do this trick. Or if you're just low hit points, you can also do it. You right click the cave and then you just surrender. And boom, you go back to your spawn area. This is the underground map. If you go to the center, there is around 4 rocks in there. You can remove them if you're wielding a pickaxe or having one in your inventory. You can bring your own pickaxe also. That's stage 1, smaller rocks. And that's stage 2. There's no rock. It shows on the interface in here when you clear the rocks. Those are for Zamorak team, those are for Sardomin. Anyone can clear them and put them back. There's 4 rocks in here. To restore the rocks, you can just collapse them from any of the 4 parts surrounding each rock. If any person is standing in those 4 spots and a rock collapses, then that person will die, just like this clip. Another method to clear the rocks is to use explosives on them, and this is way faster. This is the middle of the map. Right there we have Zamorak base, and right there is Sardomin base. Right there there's the stepping stone, and there the stepping stone. This is the maps of Castle Wars. Sardomin base, Zamorak base, this is mids, this is the big door, small door, small door, catapult, to go underground, and this is the stepping stone. The bigs and the smalls, this is small door and big door. Zamorak team can open them and close them anytime, anywhere. However, if you open and close them, then you get a message which is like there's a cool timer that you have to wait for. The door seems stuck. Takes around like 2-3 seconds and then you can close it again. So you have to be aware of your timing when you open and close it. Same thing goes for the small doors. So when I try to open the opponent's door, it tells me it's shut, you'll have to break it down. So here's a clip of me trying to break it down with no armor, because I forgot the weapon. It will decrease the hit points for the health for the opponent's interface. So when you break the door, that's how it looks like. You have to repair the broken door. Sardomin team has to repair the broken door. However, I'm the opponent, so I don't need to. And to repair it, they should have a toolkit within their inventory. And to open the opponent's small door, you have to unlock it. There's luck on unlocking the door. The higher your thieving level, the better. I failed to pick the lock, so I have to press it again. Press until it opens. Another good useful tip is to go to your settings, all settings, search for roof, and then press hide roof so you can see what's inside the area, that you don't have to go inside like this. You just hide roofs, it's way better. Alright, RuneScapers, that concludes the basics of Castle Wars. We have covered a lot of information in that video. I hope it was helpful for you, and I apologize if the quality of the video wasn't inconvenient. Hopefully the next videos will be better. If you like the video, like it, and wait for the next videos. They will be better and more detailed. And don't forget to join our clan, Castle War Unity, CW space UNITY. If you go to Ward 383, you will definitely find someone there who can invite you.